This video is brought to you by Bleach. Not that bleach. Bleach. Actually, it's not brought to you by that either. This video was actually brought to you by me, the noob. Hello noobs and newbies. I want to sincerely thank you for following along my journey, as at the time of this video, we have finally reached 100 subscribers. Hooray! Don't forget to like this video, it helps my channel out tremendously. And if you want to see future videos, hit that subscribe button. Has anyone ever wondered why the story is titled Bleach? If any of you are as curious as I am, I have done a quick Wikipedia search for your curiosity. My research led me to find out that Kubo initially wanted to name it Black, in relation to the Soul Reaper's clothes. Though it was too generic, so then he thought of another amazing name. White. Groundbreaking, just magnificent, true legend. But then he went full on Bankai and decided that the name Bleach would be best for its ties to the color white. Interesting, huh? Alright, so after searching for the meaning of bleach and smelling a container of it just to be absolutely sure, I've come to find out that I needed some air. No, not the air that we breathe in. This is a 3-step process that I've come up with to help me improve my art style. I need to critique my art by analyzing, identifying, and rectifying my art. Thus, air was created. The first Bleach character I wanted to draw was Coyote Starrk. I always thought that he was such an awesome looking character. Really gives badass vibes with his dual-wielding pistols, hair, coat, and whatnot. Who do you think is the most badass character in Bleach? Let me know down in the comments. Anyways, I'll time-lapse through the drawing and briefly pause to point out what I think I've improved on and how I can do better using my air method. Where my biggest hurdle was, and some frustration here, was drawing the eyes. It is so hard to draw eyes when the character is so small on the paper. If I used a full page to draw one character, it would have been a lot easier. However, this was definitely a learning curve. I had to be very precise on drawing the eyes. I don't feel like I was very successful, only because my hand was too shaky, but I will keep in mind to work on using patience and precision in the future to help me drawing faces in smaller proportions. A while back, I had a lot of difficulties with line art and line weight, though I think that I've improved significantly, especially when it comes to making lines that make parts of the body seem distinctive. To make the body parts more distinguishable, I used 2 different pens. The first pen I used was a Micron 005 to draw over the outline of the body, and here I'm using the Micron 03. The difference between these 2 pens is how dark they make these lines. The smaller the number, the thinner the line. So you get the picture. 005 is a thinner line, and 03 is thicker. Something I wanted to memorize from this drawing is knowing the difference between these two pens, as it gives me more control. And in this case, the 005 was best for outlining the initial shape of the character. As for the buttons and the boots, I wanted those to be thicker. For that reason, I used the 03 pen. A month ago, while I was drawing creature studies, I created texture blocks for fur, which I showcased on this video. Link is in the description if you want to see it. Right here is where these texture studies that I completed came in handy. But not only did the texture studies help me, my analysis of using specific pens helped me here too. I switched to the 005 pen and drew multiple thin lines within the shape of the coat to give it that fur-like texture. I wonder what kind of pen Kubo used to create the original character. Leave a comment with the pen types you think Kubo uses. The next character I'm going to draw is Rangiku. I think she looks elegant, has nice hair, and her character design as a whole is just great. Do you agree? As you can see here, I had a rough start because I couldn't get my angle of her pose right. However, after redoing this a few times, I was finally able to get the perspective and match her pose. Now, one of the more challenging aspects of this drawing is really something I believe most beginning artists, including myself, struggle with. That is the hands. The hands, for some reason, are just difficult to get correctly in my opinion. Here, I'm redrawing the hand because I thought the shape looked off, like too big. So I made it thinner and a bit longer. Do you think I should have left it alone, or do you think the change improved the drawing? Additionally, I learned that there are many types of lines, mainly curved like this C-shaped whip of her hair. It was important for me to know that adding more curved lines within the shapes brings out the texture of the hair and create the illusion that there are individual hair strands. I took my time drawing the details because I didn't want to mess up her hair, and when I time-lapse this, you'll also see where I also drew straight lines, most of these being right under her bangs. This demonstrates that some strands of hair have definition and overlap the scalp and flow down over her face. The last character is none other than the Master Roshi of Bleach, Yamamoto. This old man was most easiest to draw, though after looking back at this drawing, I noticed some areas that I could certainly improve on. One thing I did do correctly was inking in the wrinkles on his face. Who knew that a couple of lines on the face could make a character look old? Also, what I liked about this is that his eyes are literally just a line. My first lesson is to always double check the body before inking. Granted, there are some artists on YouTube who are really skilled and skip the sketching part and draw in ink without error. I'm not sure when I'll ever get to that point, but for now, I'll stick to my sketch then ink process. One day, I'll ink without an error. What I should have done was review the entire sketch of the arms as they were too skinny. In my head, I thought that by giving thinner arms, it would show his age, but I went a little too far and made those arms to be toothpicks. There was something I wanted to discuss when drawing Rangiku, but I thought I'd just save it for when I color in Yamamoto. So I used Ofuhu markers and a special inking brush to color in his robe. I colored in the black areas of the robe first, then followed with the lighter gray marker. However, in the future I will reverse that process because black is the darkest color and easier to draw over lighter colors in case I were to make a mistake. Okay, so let's play a little game during the next 3 weeks. By the end of my original character drawings, leave me a comment with one word, Canon or Filler. You'll judge my character by letting me know whether it belongs in a filler episode or it's worthy of being canon material. Here we go! My method of creating this character starts with drawing 4 simple elements. The first one had to be the weapon. The second was the eye, third was the mouth, and the fourth was the nose. I thought of them as pieces I can reference later when drawing the character. Big mistake here. Earlier in the video, I talked about checking the character before inking. Well, I made the same mistake, but this time it was with his hand. This is when I realized I effed up. I ended up fixing this after the recording. The only way to do that was slapping gloves on him, which you'll see at the end, but my point is that from here on forward, I will double check before inking. Quick backstory on this character before I end this video. I named him Shinsuke, and in my interpretation of him, he is not trustworthy. But he is conniving. Certainly not Aizen level of conniving, but annoying to deal with nonetheless. To me, honestly, I think he should be a filler character. One that gets one-offed by Kenpachi or something. Which of the characters did you like best? Well, I believe that's all I have for today. On my next video, I'll be drawing characters from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Watch my shorts from Mondays to Thursdays, and catch my longer videos on Mondays and or Fridays. Don't forget to smash the like button, comment and subscribe, as it helps my videos to be shared amongst other aspiring manga artists and noobs. Until then, noobs and newbies, I'll see you all on the next one. I colored in the black areas of the robe first, then followed it with... Damn it.